it's an honor for me to be with you here today at Edmond's History Museum. It's a place that reminds us of how far we've come as a state, and it also reminds us how much further we have to go. I want to begin by sharing something very personal with you. I grew up in and live today in Hominy, Oklahoma, outside on our cattle ranch. My father was the rancher. My mother was a child psychologist, and I can remember as a young boy her looking over my homework at the kitchen table, staying up late to work with me on science projects, and insisting that in our family, education was not optional. It was the key to everything. At Hominy, I had teachers who saw in me something that I didn't see before I saw it in myself. They trusted me, they pushed me, they challenged me, they believed in me, and because of them, I became the valedictorian of Hominy High School, graduated as the top male graduate at Oklahoma State, and went on to serve our country as a combat fighter pilot and build businesses, and raise our family there in Osage County, and now serve as your Attorney General. Back then, we didn't play politics with our kids' future. Parents and teachers worked together. Everyone understood that public education was the foundation of every opportunity a child would ever have. The key to a good job, the key to a strong family, the key to open the door to the American dream. But something has changed, and not for the better. Right now, Oklahoma ranks 50th in education. Not 30th, not 40th, but 50th. And that is completely unacceptable. Oklahoma deserves better, and together we can do better. As a proud Oklahoman, I stand here while the next generation is being shortchanged. And that's why I'm running for governor. Why I'm running today. Today we unveil a bold plan to make Oklahoma a leader in education. I call it the Schools Agenda, a blueprint to lift up our educators, to empower our parents, and to deliver the kind of results that our kids deserve. Let me share that vision with you. First, we must support our educators. No teacher, no learning. It's just that simple. We all know that the teacher shortage is a real thing. Nearly 5,000 classrooms are staffed with emergency certified teachers. That's not sustainable. And the answer isn't just throwing more money at it. It's about restoring the dignity of the profession. I recently met with a young woman who says she was called to teach, but is hesitant to be one because of how our state treats its educators. She said, we need leaders who encourage people like me, not attack the ones already in the classroom. And she's right. That's why we'll launch Oklahoma Teacher Corps to recruit and inspire new teachers, streamline certification, mentor early child educators, and provide competitive pay, not just to attract talent, but to keep it in Oklahoma. I want Oklahoma to be the best place in America to be a teacher, not the worst. Because when teachers thrive, students succeed. Secondly, champion reading proficiency. If we lose a child by the 3rd grade, more likely than not, we lose them forever. If a child can't read by then the chances of him or her graduating on time drop dramatically. And more importantly, their chances of succeeding in life dramatically drop. Within 4 years, Oklahoma will be a national leader in 3rd grade reading. We'll ground every program in phonics and the science of reading. Recognizing childhood centers, early childhood centers that deliver results, and launch the Governor's Reading Corps to mobilize parents, churches, businesses, leaders in our communities in the fight for literacy. Third, we will honor local control. One size fits all from Oklahoma City doesn't work well in Hominy or Edmond or Idabel. Our schools should be reflective of the values of our local communities, not the whims of bureaucrats in Oklahoma City, but as governor funded mandates We will expand the flexibility of local innovation, and we will create a school board partnership initiative to help boards strengthen transparency and share best practices statewide. Fourth, opportunity for all. Zip code should never determine destiny. No matter where a child lives, they deserve a path to success. We'll build an education access and empowerment portal, a one-stop shop that helps parents understand and access school choices options. We'll expand early childhood education, dual credit courses, career tech pathways, and welcome high-performing charter schools, because every parent deserves the right to choose the best school that fits their child's needs. Fifth, openness and real accountability. Transparency must be meaningful and rational and actionable. We'll strengthen our school performance dashboards. We'll integrate data process systems to measure long-term outcomes and safeguard taxpayer dollars in school choice programs. And because safety comes first, we'll fund school resource officers in every district and pass tough laws to keep predators out of our classroom like we did today. Sixth, we will leverage innovation. Strong schools require 21st century tools, from technology-enhanced instruction to safe, modern school facilities. We will invest in Oklahoma's learning environment and will support after-school programs that keep kids engaged and mentored beyond the classroom. And finally, stand with parents. Parents are the first and most important teachers in a child's life. And parents, not bureaucrats, should have the final say in their child's education. We'll publish curriculum materials so that parents know exactly what their children are learning. We'll create a statewide parent voice survey. We'll expand opportunities for parent engagement, and will enforce Oklahoma's ban on critical race theory and other divisive content that distracts from education and the basics. Together, these priorities form the school's agenda: support, champion, honor, opportunity, openness, leverage, and stand. But we're not stopping there. I'm proud that President Trump has restored the presidential physical fitness test and has brought new energy to our youth through their health and their athletics. As governor, I will stand with him on that, and we will launch the Governor's Excellence Challenge. Challenges in reading, math, entrepreneurship, leadership, technology, and more. These challenges will inspire our young students and give them access to our state to reach higher goals, to push harder, and to achieve excellence. And we'll celebrate these victories at the Governor's Mansion, allowing them to understand that hard work is rewarded. Now, I know that there are people listening, there are people in this room that we don't agree on every aspect of education. But that's okay, because right now we need to unite behind the things that we agree on. Our kids deserve better. Our teachers deserve better. Oklahoma deserves better. Let's come together, and for the fundamentals, let's join together. Failure isn't acceptable, it's avoidable. We were promised top 10, and we've ended up scraping the bottom. Why? Because politicians have made promises and they failed to deliver. I've seen it made over and over. Speeches like this, and then when they're through, they walk away and they don't deliver. Frankly, it makes me sick. As a private citizen, I have donated some of these bureaucrats, and they have broken their promise. They've broken their word with us. That's one of the reasons I ran for Attorney General, because I'm tired of insiders failing us. I've made promises when I ran for office, and I delivered on every one of those. And I will do the same as your next governor. In the next generation, we have real choices. We face a clear choice. Keeping the same failed leadership from insiders who've had their shot and they failed. Today we need bold, honest leadership that puts Oklahoma's kids first. Today, I'm asking you to join me in refusing to settle for 50th. Together, let's make Oklahoma schools the pride of this nation. As your next governor, I will not rest until we do so. I thank you for your attention and your attendance, and may God bless this great state. Thank you.
Again, we will open it up to a few questions from the audience, and then members of the media, we will meet over here and do stand-ups before the Attorney General needs to leave. So if anybody has any questions? Yeah, back there. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm a mom. I have 2 kids in public schools, and I want to know what gives you hope that you in 4 years can kind of help us climb up from the very bottom.
You know, we Oklahomans are better, we deserve better, and together we can do that. And if we elevate the teacher, if we empower the parent, and we focus on deliverables for your daughter right there, then together we can do it. I know that we can. We've got it in our DNA to join together, unite on the things that we agree with, because we agree on the dignity of the profession. We agree on the necessity of educating our youth so that as they enter the workforce and become adults, they are prepared, more so than today. Thank you.
Any other questions? Get back. Go ahead.
I heard you mention restoring integrity to the profession, and how do you feel like that will influence our young people today as they look forward choosing professions?
You know, we grew up in an environment where the teacher was elevated equal to the judge and the prosecutor. They were elevated equivalent to the state representative and state senator. The narrative that we get today from Oklahoma City, from our elected officials, is derisive, and it tears down that profession. Our teachers are the very best in the nation, and they deserve to be honored and elevated. They are devoted. I've met with scores and scores of teachers throughout the state of Oklahoma that simply want leadership from Oklahoma City that acknowledges their worth, their devotion and dedication to our young people, and then together, let's encircle that profession, lift it up, empowering our parents to be engaged, and providing a path forward for our young people to be successful.
Great, we got time for one more. Go ahead.
Can you share a personal story from when a teacher made a difference in your life?
You know, I have 7 grandchildren, and 2 of my grandchildren are entering kindergarten this week. And we were all together over the weekend. I remember they were writing birthday cards to my 1-year-old granddaughter, and I'm watching these children write, and I got out a piece of paper and I said, let me show you how I made my M's when I was in kindergarten, and I made a continuous wiggle across the page. And I told them, I said, you know, my first girlfriend was my kindergarten teacher, Miss Mayo. My 2nd grade teacher, Miss Burnett, is the one who actually taught me to read. My mother tried hard, but I can remember the light bulb going on and just the love that I felt from my grade school teachers. Every single one of them loved me and cared for me and made me who I am today. And I know that we're getting that in the classroom today. I know we're getting that. Our teachers are remarkable. We need to elevate that. We need to stop tearing down our teachers. That's why good men and women are leaving the profession, because they don't need this noise. And if we from Oklahoma City, from 23rd and Lincoln, can together with a unified voice elevate and honor the profession, we will attract the very best in Oklahoma. We will drag from Texas and Arkansas, New Missouri, Kansas, New Mexico, excellent educators that want to be part of a winning team. And I'm so excited about the future for the educational outcome of Oklahoma. It's time for a change. Thank you.
Well, thank you everybody for coming, and members of the media will meet over here for stand-up interviews. And thanks again, everybody, for being here.
Thank you.